Early in the morning.
What's going on, the people? It's your boy Cam Topical Juice, and we are back with the third video of the day. As you can see from the title, we are talking about the lady, the monster, the disgusting foul individual who murdered both her parents and lived with the corpses for 4 years. I was gonna address this video tomorrow, but I thought to myself, you know what, let me do it today, post it this evening, and tomorrow I can focus on this week's Patreon video. But this video can't be slept on. I have to address this, I have to talk about this, because this is foul, this is sick, this is twisted, and this is just so cruel. And there's so many questions that need answering as well for this. From what I've read, from the stories that I've seen, it doesn't make sense. Anyway guys, let's get straight into this video. I appreciate it if you like the video for me, if you press that subscribe button, join the community, it's road to 60,000, press that bell to be notified, support your boy's Patreon, and yeah. As you can see on your screen, it says woman poisoned father, stabbed and bludgeoned mother, and kept bodies hidden in home for 4 years. A UK woman will spend life behind bars for murder after she poisoned her father, fatally stabbed and beat her mother, and lived beside the bodies for several years. On Friday, October 11th, Virginia Guys, I'm too tired for this. Virginia was sentenced to a minimum of 36 years in prison for killing her parents, Lois and John. The sentencing comes nearly a year after police began investigating their deaths, according to Essex Police. Last September, following a long stretch of missed appointments and prescriptions, the couple's doctor became worried and alerted authorities. Essex Police launched a missing persons case, which led them to Virginia, now 36, who lived with the couple in their Great Baddow home. Initially, Virginia told police that her parents were traveling, just one of the persistent lies she told doctors, friends, family and authorities to keep up appearances after concealing Lois and John's murders and bodies, a task made easier by C-19 pandemic, Essex Police said. Now, I'm going to quickly stop here, because that actually answered one of the questions I was about to ask myself, was how did it get to 4 years before someone took the initiative and someone was proactive enough to really look into this? How come it was the doctor, of all people, after a string of missed appointments, that was the catalyst for getting this woman arrested? Are you telling me none of her family took any initiative to look into this? You know, her daughter, so Virginia was not the only daughter. The two victims, who sadly passed away, had multiple family members and other kids. Why did no one say anything? How are you waiting 4 years to find out? Like if you, I'm sorry, if your parents have not been heard from in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, surely that's alarm bells, let alone a year, 2 years, 4 years. I mean, I know it was C-19 and stuff, and I know the scamdemic obviously was a factor, but I mean, come on. I mean, it's a bit mad. Like, we have phones these days. Surely you can just text, unless she also had their phones and was texting them, pretending to be them. Then that's a different circumstance. Then it makes sense why they thought it wouldn't be them, unless, even then still, it's a bit mad. But anyway, suspicious, authorities searched the couple's home, where Virginia instantly confessed to officers that her parents' bodies were in the house and that she had killed them. Body cam footage shared by the BBC shows the then suspect instructing police where exactly in the house to go to find her parents' bodies. I did know that this would kind of come eventually, and it's proper that I serve my punishment, Virginia told police as they searched her home. She also told officers, cheer up, at least you've caught the bad guy, and noted that serving time might give me a bit of peace. It was later discovered that Virginia murdered her parents during the summer of 2019, police said, though post-mortem examinations uncovered prescription medication in both Lois and John's bodies. It was determined that only John died from poisoning. So I take back what I said about C-19. We didn't go into lockdown and whatnot until 2020, March, April times. I think it was March, right? So they're saying that she terminated her parents summer 2019. That's a big 7, 8, 9 months until the pandemic hit. You know what I'm saying? So for me, this is just weird. How did the family not intervene sooner? But also, this woman is absolutely fried, guys. Not only did she have zero remorse, I mean, maybe she did have remorse, that's why she's talking about maybe I can find some peace, I don't know, who knows, but the fact that she can make light of this, cheer up lads, cheer up guys, you got the bad guy now, well done, giddy up, happy days. That's weird. Forget all that, the fact that you can even murder your parents is absolutely fucked, and live with the corpse for 4 years. Guys, come on, man. Like, mental health is seriously a problem in this country, man. Like, that is truly foul. How do you get to a point where killing your parents is the only option? But not only that, you don't even dispose of the body. Not that that would be any better, but you don't dispose of the body, you live with the bodies. That is a rotten, stinky skeleton corpse in upstairs, basically. And I hate to be graphic. Obviously, I'm rest in paradise to the victims. I'm not trying to disrespect them or undermine them, but that's the facts. You know, once we pass away, that's what happens to our bodies. We decompose very quickly. So you can imagine the stench and just the aura. Like, walking into that house must absolutely reek. There's no getting around that dead body smell. There ain't no Febreze that can cover that shit, bro. That is truly foul. Virginia later confessed to police that she had crushed the medication and added it to her father's drink. Worried Lois would discover what had happened to him, Virginia then sedated her mother with the same medication before killing her by beating her with a hammer and stabbing her several times. When I was hitting her, it was like someone badly playing the xylophone, Virginia said of the fatal beating. It was willy-nilly. This woman is fried. Investigators later learned that Virginia's motives was money. Of course it was. She had long manipulated and abused her parents' goodwill for financial gain, running up debts on credit cards in their names and spending their pensions after murdering them. The family of Lois and John, who were ages 71 and 70 respectively at the time of their deaths, also released a statement following Virginia's sentencing. Our family has been left devastated and heartbroken at the deaths of our parents who were taken from us so cruelly. The statement reads, as we try to move forward with our lives, we will remember the happy times we enjoyed with them. Our mum and dad are forever in our hearts and are loved and missed beyond any measure. We request privacy as we continue to grieve the loss of our dear parents. Excuse me. Now, first things first, obviously, rest in peace to the victims. This is an awful way to die, and at the hands of your own daughter. My prayers go out to the friends and family of the deceased. This is just another sick, twisted and deranged story. Like, this is the type of stuff that literally happens in this UK. People killing their parents, living with the corpses. You can't tell me that we don't have a mental health problem or crisis in this country over money, finances. And this is why, yeah, I have to leave this country, and I am leaving this country very soon, actually. Very excited, because as I've gotten older, I know it sounds like a random point to make, but as I've gotten older, I've realised that all the materialistic things that I wanted in my life, I don't want it no more. The things I value in my life are nature, friends, family, you know what I'm saying, God, the sun, the sea, the stars, all that stuff. Just culture, peace, everything I wanted, I don't want it no more, because all that stuff, all that materialistic stuff, it corrupts. It corrupts to the point that people are literally killing their parents for money. And then making jokes talking about when I was bashing her head in, it was like the flipping playing the xylophone. I was just doing it willy-nilly. What kind of statement is that? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'm going to actually pray after today. It's been a lot of negative videos recently. I mean, a lot of my content's negative anyway, but I'm going to pray and just cleanse myself from today's topics. So let me know your thoughts, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and prayers go out to the family and friends. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace.